Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo.
All fake fingernails.
So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you. But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her.
The thing I'm not certain about right now is if he's playing nervous or really is nervous. Either way, it's a nice change of pace.
Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
But you yourself revealed that she has scars on her hands.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything? Whoa. Kyo's removing her gloves.
Your hands!
With her finger, I let her gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
Seems like your entire hand is a scar.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
And furthermore, this also proves those four had alibis. It wasn't Kyoko. It was the mastermind. This definitely proves somebody is not as dead as we've been led to believe. Rumors of their demise must have been highly exaggerated, though I suppose that's obvious, since they're in the control room controlling Monokuma, who's here.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then, she was being stored somewhere?
Yeah, we have a morgue.
To hide a body here. To just store it somewhere?
It's only one place. Can't think of anywhere else where it could have been stored. The kitchen! Yeah, the biolab.
Got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
Prove the transpose curve from the biolab to the garden. Someone made it way from Biolab to the garden. That was the top, right?
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
It does say
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Well, on the second go.
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
Yep.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
And inconsistency in the biolab. Could we talk about...
I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. Inconsistent biolab. Could you be talking about...
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think? I'm talking about your family.
What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Oh, that's a low blow, you fucking bastards.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
It's kind of hilarious, but the, the post is the only chance we're called upon, so he just does stand there like, ah! Like, she's just realized something. Let's see.
Are they
Hero's
really
bit.
as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So I want to shut him up. I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Oh dear, this is gonna be fun.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want?
Well, if you could shut
Are
up.
you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening!
Damn it.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? I'm not listening!
There we go. Made a mistake there. Doink. Should have realized that was it didn't, show. Whatever. Moving
The
on.
consistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
I think this one actually got him.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Now that doesn't make sense. Now that it should be is 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solve this mystery. Saga died first. Junko was second. Liam was third. Chio was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth. Then Hifumu was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
Since we didn't go through all the more of the little boxes, we don't know yet.
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
These are less bodies for murders, especially for more murders than victims. Why is that? Why would it take that to make sense? It makes 10 murders but 9. That's why there are 9 bodies. That's pain on true count. Oh well.
Shoot!
I think I accidentally missed things around. What doesn't mean the same person died twice? That doesn't make sense. But apparently that's the right answer.
I got it!
You have to explain that one
What
to
about
me.
if the same person was killed twice?
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Wait. Died from numerous wounds across the body. Who do we know that died like that? Wait. Was Junko Mukuro Ikusaba? Because her death matches the wounds then.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
That does raise a lot of questions though.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on!
That's why the question confused me, because I hadn't realized it. I thought someone had faked their death, but no.
Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional!
Oh boy.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mondo Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
I'm pretty sure it's Junko now. Or well, who was probably not then Junko. Wait, if Mukusame took on the identity of Junko, then if that Junko we met there and who was killed was Mukuro, that would leave only one person left over capable of being the mastermind, which would be the real Junko. What? I mean, it fits, but that just raises even more questions!
Who is this someone else that was it Sayaka?
Junko Enoshima? No.
Yes! It's more like, yes, that's right, for sure.